Boozing with gays.
I think I need a wig.
It's
like a flick of wig.
I wanted maracas. It truly was in a little maraca.
Yeah. Play it again. See what I should. Oh, I need a wig.
Boozing with gays.
Oh, hey!
We're back.
Child, us is here. Us is here. Us is here. Oh, y'all. It truly has been a week.
Oh, I should put my banner up. Here.
Put your banner up, baby.
Just do the setup one more time.
Y'all, it truly has been a week.
Like, take two.
Here, cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, it feels so over here like this.
Spill.
There you go. Ooh.
Is it good?
It's booze, so it's delicious. Oh my God.
We have to show everyone what this is and why it is.
All right, y'all. So what we are drinking tonight is called Dick's Skinny Dr. Who?
Dr. Malibu.
Dick's Skinny Dr. Malibu. Hold on. I got to go to do this thing. There we go. Dick's Skinny Dr. Malibu.
You have technical difficulties.
He's
setting things up.
I'm setting things up. I'm getting things done. It's all
down,
happening. It's all happening. So let me tell you what's in here. In the skinny. Dick's Skinny Dr. Malibu.
Now, Dick is my dad.
Dick is his dad.
That's one.
And it is in honor of him that we are drinking this drink. Because
now we say honor of him. However, he is not dead. Many people sent us condolences.
Yeah,
he's kicking.
No, he's kicking. Yeah. He made it happen. So it is Malibu rum, Diet Dr. Pepper.
Just half and half.
And if you want, a squeeze of lime.
I'm going to squeeze lime. We didn't do this before. Did you want a lime?
I do want a lime.
Here, I'm gonna hand
squeeze just a little bit in there. Just drop it. Just drop the lime. Drop. Now you squeeze it. I didn't want to squeeze.
You did say squeeze originally.
Hey everybody, welcome to Friday night.
I think the citrus will be. So we have made fun of my father. He was a Scotch and soda drinker for many years, and we have made fun of my father because probably what do you think? 10 years ago.
Hello, father.
When did he start this drink? 10 years ago.
About 10 years ago, he started this
became his, and every time he gets, but thing is, there's not that much.
I keep hitting the buttons. I keep hitting the buttons.
He's technical difficulty man tonight.
I am technical difficulty man. So he starts drinking this drink after drinking scotch for all these years.
He's an Oklahoma guy. He drinks scotch. He reminds me of Larry Hagman on Dallas. And Bourbon and Branch. Remember on Dallas?
I know. Bourbon and Branch.
I never knew it.
And we all knew it. What the fuck is a branch?
What the fuck is branch? I mean,
branch,
they get a twig and mix it in the... Why are you guys saying exact? It's amazing. Same wavelength.
24 years.
Anyway, so my dad started this, and we'll make every single that walks in the front door. Here, no, try it. And we try it, and we're like, yeah, it's okay. We'll go whatever.
You know what? It's good. It's tasty. But I do want to say this.
What?
I have a very special birthday shout out I have to do.
Okay, but I'm not done with all of my Dick Foster.
I know you are not done at all. But my boyfriend Rob Nagel is here, and it's his birthday.
It's Rob Nagel.
Hello, boyfriend Rob Nagel.
Is he backstage still, or is he done?
I think this is his last weekend of doing a live show. Oh. I think this is the last weekend. But hello, lots of folks are showing up right now. Tanya White just walked in the house. Jessica Jemison. It's like, come on now. We all here to celebrate Rob Nagel, my boyfriend's birthday, because he's my boyfriend, Rob Nagel, because he's so cute.
Crickets.
How sad. All right, so we just left. We just got back from San Francisco.
I thought you were doing your Miss Marianne moment. No.
Oh, I can say hello to some folks if you let me. Click on that comment section. Leave me some comments. Let me know y'all are here. Vicky Hoffman. Hello, Miss Vicky. Consuelo Allen. Hey, what's up, Consuelo?
Bill Ambrin, who we didn't get to see.
Bill Ambrin. Hi, baby. How you doing? Tanya White, like I said, is in the house. Jessica Jemison, Tamara Green, always here, love it. It's like, I gotta tell you,
he's in Vancouver.
You're in Vancouver. Nice, my boyfriend. Hi, Michael Ward. Welcome back, baby. We missed you last week. Also, I want to say, Jennifer Lee Warren's birthday was this week as well.
That's true.
Jennifer Lee
and
Warren's
since
birthday.
she is the lead singer on our vocal. Boozing with
Tony Holmes, what's up, baby.
Is Jennifer Lee Warren here?
I don't know.
Happy birthday if you are.
Yes, baby girl. Huh? So we just got back from San Francisco. Ooh, you almost dropped that whole
The
drink.
goblet almost fell on the floor.
The goblet. So anyway, we just got back from San Francisco.
I have to go back to this drink. So we have made fun of my dad about this drink for many years. We've all sat down, we've had some, we go, okay, that's the last time that's going to happen. And then for some bizarre reason, about 3 nights ago, my husband, Michael Shepard, says, I think that I want a Malibu rum and Diet Dr. Pepper.
I sure did.
And you drank that all night long.
Drink it all night long. And the thing is,
it's a very pleasing drink, actually.
It's simple.
It is
so simple.
It's just disturbing how
simple it is.
Like maybe you should eat Cheetos with it. I don't know.
I love it. So we were in San Francisco because Hutch's, we talked about last week, Hutch's stepmother passed away, and there was a ceremony, memorial service that we went to, and it was also your dad's 78,
and it's sort
78, 87.
You like saying numbers. It's 87th birthday. My dad's 87.
Your dad's 87 years old.
So we celebrated his 87th.
Yep.
You said 96, right?
My mom's gonna be 96.
Yeah, I thought you said 86.
No,
just making sure you're saying the right decade.
So
my mom turned my dad. My mom, your dad, son, double. But yeah, dad turned 87 on Monday, and then we had the service on Wednesday, and so all of us are kind of a little confused about how is this going to go?
Emotions.
How emotional is he going to be?
Things happening.
I just think he liked all of his kids around.
He
just liked everyone. We created a lot of noise. You and I did that one barbecue that night.
I got to barbecue
that's
for
when you
them.
drank,
it was great.
That's when you drank the Dr. Malibu all night long. And I think it ended up being a really good time for him.
It was a good time to have his family around him, particularly because of the passing. So it was a good time. It was a good thing to have the entire family there, which was really lovely. One thing I did find out is that I wasn't supposed to use this bathroom, but y'all went into my father-in-law's bathroom.
Oh, true.
Child, I didn't realize. So we were out, we were drinking, and I stumbled into the bathroom. Steve Wishnoff, I stumbled into the bathroom. I turned the light on. I go to go to the bathroom, and the toilet seat lifted up by itself.
And lights up.
It lit up, and then lifted up. I was drunk, and it shocked me. It shocked me.
Yep.
So I was like, what the hooter? So I said, well, let me go ahead and try to give it the full treatment. I undid it, slipped it down, sat on it. Baby, that seat was lovely and warm. It was so warm, I didn't know what to do with myself. I just sat there in this cushiony seat. And then I proceeded to do my business. I didn't have to do that business. I was only going to pee. But I said, well, let me go ahead and see what this is.
So there's a control panel on the wall. You push buttons.
So I did my business. I pushed the button.
Tell them what happened.
That steamy, beautiful.
Steamy?
Well, it was steamy after I got through with it because it slid up in there and that water went up inside and
washed around.
Baby, it washed everything.
It washed it around.
It washed everything.
And then you told me to do it. It was much warmer than I anticipated. Is that hot? I was trying to figure out if it was too warm for me.
I was like, I came out there online going, oh no, we getting this.
Well,
and then all of a sudden you pressed another button and it went.
But warm. It was warm air.
Clean and you dry. And so I went online looking for this. Honey, it was $600. So I'm going to start a GoFundMe campaign for my booty.
Well, they're doing GoFundMes for everything.
I don't know. We seem to, since GoFundMe is like the universal healthcare right now. It's like anytime something happens, we need a GoFundMe because, it's crazy. But yes, child. So I need a bidet on my boudet. As
with I'm sure many of you have families like this. We kind of split the political spectrum in our family, and there's some knowledge there.
Hey, Constantino Lopez,
you gotta stop interrupting me all the time.
You gotta find the rhythm.
No, but I gotta find your rhythm. When are you gonna find my rhythm? Ooh, I told you. I told him. So, but so let me land something and then say hi. But see, now I'm off my train of thought. But so you have people are not necessarily the most intelligent in families, or they might believe that Trump should be president, or they might believe that Trump shouldn't be president, but they're very conservative thinking. And I got all of it in my family. I have the very mixed bag. And I think one thing that we consciously try to do when we have our get-togethers is just get through it and do no political talk. Let's not be let's just have fun. Let's reminisce. Let's talk about old times. Let's do the stories. Let's make dad laugh. Whatever it is, let's just get through it. And then my brother-in-law came in that said that my brother there was pictures of the insurrection on TV, and my brother evidently was alleged to have said that wasn't an insurrection. Now, I wasn't there. I didn't get to question his meaning behind that. I don't have the facts. However, it really depressed me to hear that was even a thought of any member of my family. It just really was. And that's why we stay away from these topics, because we get fired up. And we just so that was one. And two was my sister Julie, who's she proclaims very leftist views, but she is not the most well-read individual, doesn't watch news. So she's one of those people that espouses these beliefs, but doesn't necessarily have the information to back that oftentimes. But Michael was wearing a shirt that said, listen to black women.
Speaking of black women, I just want to point this out.
Hey, Pam Grier.
Foxy Brown, my Foxy Brown t-shirts. My friend John Wall gave it to me. It's lovely.
John Wall gave that to you?
John Wall gave this to me.
I don't even remember.
Hey,
John Wall, I'm saying that.
I said bidet, sir. I said bidet.
And so you wore the
t-shirt. No, I wore the t-shirt.
Listen to black women. And Julie, almost as a reflex, it wasn't a thought out statement. She just went, well, all women.
Listen to all women.
And it was that sentence that so many of us have heard that used to be, oh, well, that's the normal thing to say, that now is just a kick in the gut. Like it's, hopefully many of us are waking up. Many of us are realizing, wow, I have been part of the problem. I need to, rewire some of this up here, and I have to think of how to be a solution. And this is my sister, so self-proclaimed person that thinks she's part of the solution. And she said this without nary a knowledge that what she said.
What do y'all think I did? We should have like a button people press. What do you think Michael Shepard did? Did Michael Shepard just stand there, did not say a word? A. B.
Did you pass gas?
Walk out the room to go back to the bidet.
Go back to the bidet.
Or C. Pulled off my earrings and proceeded to read a bitch. Not that I shouldn't call my sister-in-law a bitch, but that's a phrase. It's a phrase that I like to use. Proceeded to read it. Proceeded to read.
It's like you're elongating.
And I said,
elongating.
Did you just all lives matter my t-shirt?
So to go ahead. What I would like, so what did you do? Might as well finish the thought.
So basically what I said was, what you just did is you all life matters a t-shirt. And had you been actually doing the work
Michael, in all these anything.
Huh?
You didn't say anything.
I did say that.
You walked out.
Oh, no, that was what happened
in
the other room. No, in the other room. When we were talking, no, that happened the next day. That was the next day.
I don't know where this.
That was the next day.
In that moment, you walked out of the room. I mean, you didn't. I think where you were thinking, and you should really speak for yourself. I think you didn't want to cause a commotion.
I did. I was like,
and I knew that it was entirely problematic. And with hey Bethany, I know you're here. My work with Bethany and the ladies. One of the things I said to them, I said, and this is our anti-racist work, I said, one of the things I am going to do is I'm not going to remain silent, even if it's uncomfortable. And so I didn't speak up right away. She and I spoke some more. And then I said, I have to bring something up. And I didn't rub her face in it. What I wanted to do was I wanted to really open that door a little bit further for her and say, I want you to realize that what you said really discounted the message that was on Michael's shirt. And I also know that it really made him feel uncomfortable. You did say to me, I can't talk to her right now, or something like that.
Or just period, because I will make her cry.
So I was able to get the information out. I have no idea if it landed, none. But I got to say, those two events, and they're relatively small in scope, and yet they also are huge. It's that weird thing right now.
They hurt.
That's not an insurrection, and that, well, all women are. You can listen to all women. Both those things, they're huge, because I want to get over this hurdle. It's not going to happen anytime soon. I want to believe I can go to my family and be with my family and think we can get through an evening with, understandings, right? No one's going to believe the same thing, but certain Anyway, it was a depressing exit, whereas the whole trip felt good. I felt my dad had his time. He got to be with his friends. He got to be with his children. But I felt like it ended a little on a sour note.
So this is what I want to show you that I sent to my sister-in-law. You want to play this?
Oh, did you send it to her?
I sent it to my sister-in-law. So
did you send it with anything?
I said, I feel that after what you said, that you need to hear this.
It's about a minute and a half. This is a TikTok. What is her name? Or she goes by? Glam
underscore Melanin.
Glam underscore Melanin.
We go in the uncomfortable truth for white women. We told you so. Y'all have always prioritized your racism over your womanhood and your feminist movements. You have had no problem watching black women die in hospitals giving birth. You have had no problem with the eugenics that women of color have to deal with. You have had no problem with how Child Protective Services has stripped us of our children in the name of your racism and your hate of us. And now you're crying and falling out over the abortion ban that white men made sure happened and white women helped them do. You had this coming. You thought, yet again, that your whiteness would somehow save you from the patriarchy. It never has, and it never will. Remember, black men got the right to vote before you. Because at the end of the day, white men do not give a fuck about your womanhood. And because now it's not working for you, you want us to rally behind you. You want this to be a call for help. You want us all to forget about all the racism and focus on our womanhood. We've done that before, and y'all fucked us over. You got into this on your own, and you dragged the rest of womanhood with you. Get out of it that way.
Now, I sent this for two reasons, because of what is happening right now in this country in terms of the abortion rights, which is just becoming horrid, but also because I need her to hear that it's very important that her, and every time you talk to her, all she talks about how she's taking these classes and what she's doing and how she's doing it. She's centered around herself. Everything is centered around her in the restorative justices that she's doing. She needs to hear this and realize that part of trying to achieve the status of ally is to sit and listen and take notice. And so that's what they need to do. That's what she needs to do.
And I have to say, that is the message that I was saying to her. I think I said it a couple times this weekend, is to listen and to hear. And she's a talker. And so sometimes that's hard for. And
one of the things too you have to understand is that in playing this, I'm not implying that all white men are bad, because there are white men who are doing the work. I'm not saying that all white women are bad. There are white women who are doing the work. And I have friends who I see painfully doing the work. But you have to understand where this sentiment comes from. It's a place of betrayal every time. And so I wanted her to be able to see and hear, not just for me, because my black male self will never can say what I want, but it takes a woman to talk to another woman, I feel, to sort of hear that. And that's what I wanted to put out there.
Do you know what? Yeah, I know you and I have poked fun at this series, but in Mrs. America, they had the episode with Shirley Chisholm.
Yes.
Played by Uzo Aduba, and how, she was coming, meeting loggerheads against a lot of the women at the time the white women who were promoting feminism over promoting her rights as a black woman. And I felt like that episode specifically very much encapsulated a lot of what this sentiment is.
Well,
you saw that?
Yeah,
episode,
but the intersection of blackness and feminism have never really come together.
But that helped me to kind of watch it in a fictionalized reality way. I don't remember if you saw that episode.
No, I watched the whole episode.
I thought you hated the whole thing.
Yeah.
once they pronounced Alton, Illinois, you were like, I'm out.
Phyllis Schlafly's from Alton, Illinois. She's not from Alton, Illinois.
Well, she's Kate Blanchett, and she speaks with an English accent.
It's working on. It's like black queers and white queers.
Yeah,
it's like there's this. There's never been this, because we are asked to stand behind every time there's a calls within the queer community. We are asked to stand together in solidarity. But when that cause affects black queers, where y'all at? So it's like it has never done that. And I think that that's what, you know, we need to start doing. But I just want to say, so that's where we are for me. And I want to continue this dialogue with people because I think it's a great thing to talk about because we have to do this honestly and have these truthful conversations.
And maybe this is repetitive to do this, but when you heard her say that, like, what is the emotion that goes through your body? What is the feeling, the emotion, the impulse that goes through your body?
My first response is, I want to make you cry with the facts.
Yeah.
And I want you to stop centering it around you every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Stop centering it around you. Because honestly, if you're doing the work, I don't need to know.
Well,
because you're doing the work not for me, but for you, to make you a better person.
And we've said this before on the show. You know, white people, we can't call ourselves allies. It's not for us to give that piece of information. It's our job at the moment to do the work and you know, not brag about it, not pat ourselves on the back about it. It's work we should have done decades, centuries ago. So let's have some more Malibu on that note.
It's like I'm in college.
All right, since we've interrupted that thought, we're going to go on to this photograph, which I think is awesome.
Who is that?
Who is that? One, it looks like my dad.
But it's not your dad. It's America's dad, if he ever played a dad. So that is, I got a chance to work with Mr. Ed Asner. And I know there are people who are watching who had much more time and energy spent with Mr. Asner, but I have to tell you this. We lost him this week. There have been like 3 reports. He's either 91, 92, or 93.
They don't really know.
It's been kind of crazy and weird. But he was he was dreaming. He was dreaming. He wasn't for everybody. I mean, the first day of rehearsal, he walked in the room late because he couldn't find a parking place and no one had set a parking place up for him. And the first thing he said was, "Who the fuck do I have to blow to get a good parking space?" And I knew then that I would love him.
He's a kindred spirit for you.
I was like, I love him. But we lost him this week and we just want to go.
And he's the last. This is what, I mean, they say they do many different, everything goes back to the Mary Tyler Moore Show, of course. But he's the first member, like the first cast member of Mary Tyler Moore to pass away. Because, you know, Betty White came later. She's still living, but she wasn't of the original series. The first. But what am I saying? The first
of the original season.
Original season.
So we raise a glass to you, Mr. Ed Asner.
Mr. Ed Asner.
Asner. Lou Grant, baby.
Oh, and this I found fascinating. Won 5 Emmys playing Lou Grant. 5.
Playing the same character in 2 shows.
3 as a comedian, 2 is serious drama. But same grouchy Lou Grant. I don't like spunk.
You're got a lot of spunk, kid. I don't like spunk. All right.
I was going to show you an image.
No, I just want to say real quick. Also, I hope that there's a moment in whatever service he has, like Chuckles the Clown.
Where
everyone just laughs.
Laughing.
Because I think that would be something that
he brought so much joy.
Appreciate.
And you know, whenever you watched him on a TV show or something, you just knew he was having a good old time.
Yeah.
You know, just having a good old time. All right. There's your image, Michael Shepard.
All right. This, you all, is a new Netflix series called Q-Force.
Dun, dun, dun.
And it is produced by our dear friends, Todd Milliner and Sean Hayes. You probably all know Sean Hayes from Will and Grace. He played Just Jack. And they have a brand new queer animated series on the Netflix.
What are they, like spies? I didn't get to see it.
So I've watched it. I've binge watched it. It's fun.
You're so excited.
I know. Q-Force. And it has it's like, because Sean and Todd are both from Chicago. And they have so much Chicago talent in there. I mean, Laurie Metcalf and Gary Cole are in this thing. This is like all these great Chicago talents. And Wanda Sykes is also in it. And it's just a fun, just cartoon romp of queerness. And I just want to give a shout out to Todd and to Sean to say congratulations. Awesome. If any of you have the Netflix, tune in, watch it.
Hashtag it.
Whether it's your cup of tea or not, give it just watch it for like 10 minutes just so that it boosts it, so that we can have more queer content like that.
Awesome.
So that's what I'm just saying. So, hey, Sean and Todd, congratulations, babies. Oh, but what? Speaking of Grindr.
Oh, good. Here, I got.
So, do y'all know? Is it? So, I don't know if everyone. Does everyone here know what Grindr is?
The Grindr.
We're going in and out a little bit. So we can't figure out this direct connection to the internet things. We got the cords and they just don't still work. So, do you all know what Grindr is? Grindr is a hookup site, and Evan Lowe just joined Grindr.
Who's a California state assemblyman? Yeah,
Evan Lowe just joined Grindr,
and he joined Grindr. Why?
To talk about voting no on the Republican recall.
On another thing, you can see the pictures of him and Gavin Newsom. But on this, you just see Gavin Newsom's teeth.
And for those of you, hey Rita, and for those of you who are not in California, we're having a recall. There's a recall that's happening right now for our Democratic governor.
How are you voting?
I'm voting no.
We're voting no.
Please vote no. If you can vote, please vote no. But to get more of the no vote out, this young man. It's very cute, by the way.
And here's his Grindr, the one Grindr thing he posted.
Hello, beautiful. I'm here to urge you to vote no on the Republican recall. Gay flag, heart. Governor Gavin Newsom has consistently stood for equality in our LGBTQ community. Now let us all be there for him. And I think, here's the deal. When Grindr first started, you know, everyone's going, oh God, it's dangerous. It's a hookup site. We don't know what to do. And then they started offering ads. And I was like, when I was running a theater, I would say, let's run ads for our shows on Grindr. And I would be, people go, oh no, it's too trashy, it's too dirty, I'm like, y'all don't get it. It has like, at this point, like 1.8 million men looking every day.
Did you do this?
1.8 million men looking at it every day, or how many more now? That's at the beginning. And I'm like, we need to use Grindr. But this young man is like doing it to get this no vote. By the way, two people who are running against, who are in the race in this stupid ass recall, is Rocky Raccoon himself, Larry Elder, and Caitlyn Jenner. Now, Caitlyn Jenner and
so everyone can participate. Ooh, and you too. Vote.
And of course, Angelina.
We just have to throw that in periodically.
So, but like Caitlyn Jenner, who actually kind of started this whole bullshit, right, is now polling at less than 1%.
They were really hoping that she'd be the one, that she would be the one to be the Arnold Schwarzenegger of our time, and that ain't gonna happen.
Polling at 1%.
If it wasn't for the hanger.
Oh my gosh. Polling at 1%. So, you know, she ain't gonna do nothing.
She ain't gonna do nothing. All right.
What do you want to talk about?
I got it. Well, you moved my
I
thing
moved your
around.
stuff around.
I'm not sure why. Oh.
Little Nas X is pregnant. Little Nas X is pregnant, y'all.
Little Nas X is pregnant.
Little Nas X is pregnant.
Tell them what's going on.
About to have a baby. And that baby is his new album, Montero, which is releasing on September 17, 2021.
Now, is this causing a stir?
It's causing a huge stir.
Images.
Look at that. Oh, how cute is that? Look at that. Just as pregnant as he want to be.
Well, and he is definitely someone who will cause a stir.
Well, he's a marketing genius.
Yeah.
He's a marketing genius. Everything that people throw at him, he creates something around it. And, I
seem to be empty.
Oh, let me pour you some more of this Malibu. What is that? Hold on, let me just squeeze it because it's a squeeze bottle. That's how bad this is. It is
what
a
is a mustard
bottle. Hold on. So what Little Nas X does is he creates controversy about whatever he does, and it does nothing but make him the king of the interwebs.
Look, he has a strong brand.
And baby, people are losing their minds about these pregnant photos. And I'm loving every
let me ask you
bit of
this.
Yes.
Do you see any downside for a man having pregnant photos? I can't see it. Do you see one at all?
No, I don't.
You can't tap into.
If any of you have any thoughts on it, I would love to
throw it out there.
Throw it out there. But he is marketing this like crazy to the point where all these rappers and all these ultra masculine rappers, they are like going at him with everything they have. And he keeps coming back. There's one rapper whose name is Boosie, or Boosie, B-O-O-S-I-E. 37-year-old man going after 21-year-old, talking about, what next thing we know, he's gonna be sucking dick on TV nationally. I'm like, bro,
there's nothing homophobic.
Is that what you
about
waking
that.
up thinking about? Why are you waking up thinking about
you
living
can
on
always
set,
call
sucking dick?
boozing with gays.
Why are you doing that? Little sus, bitch, don't you think? I'm just saying. Don't start no Mobina. Just want to say it. But honey, I just want to say I'm looking forward to the delivery of your baby, featuring a duet with Elton John.
With Elton John. Who else is? I saw a bunch of names.
I heard Elton John. I was like, what the hell are they gonna do? What the hell are they gonna do together?
So there was an election between Matthew Modine and Fran Drescher, and who won, Michael Shepard?
Fran Drescher.
You didn't vote. I didn't vote. We didn't vote. How did we miss this one?
The finish.
I think you stopped paying for my SAG dues. He goes, well, you're not working. I'm not paying for your dues. Did you talk just like that? That is what he said. I probably said behind him back dues. Who knows what's going on? But I did not vote. But you did not vote either.
It's sitting right
Would
there.
you have voted for Fran
It's sitting
Drescher
right there.
or
And
Matthew
it was supposed
Modine?
to go in the mail before we left.
Who did you vote for?
I voted for Matthew Modine.
Matthew Modine. What is your purpose? Do you have a reason? I don't know the issues.
I think that Matthew Modine has is more stable. I mean, because Fran Drescher believes that this is for the SAG-AFTRA board, by the way, for people. SAG-AFTRA
is not
it's the actors.
We went from recall to SAG-AFTRA.
Film and television, and but Fran Drescher, who you all know from The Nanny, But one of the things with Fran Drescher.
Well, don't belittle The Nanny. My God, she has made an industry.
The Nanny was.
What she did.
I watched it.
I did not watch it, but she's still.
Charles Shaughnessy was hot.
I'm impressed with her business acumen.
Charles Shaughnessy was hot. That's why I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some controversy behind this.
Oh, I had the thing. Want to read?
It's controversy.
This is a tweet from. First of all, we have to preface this. It's a tweet from like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my belief, and we keep doing this. Someone's running for something. Even last time it was the Jeopardy guy, and then you pull up something. Well, about a year and a half ago, they did this. I don't like that methodology. I think we have to, the methodology that we should use is, well, who are they on a regular basis? Everyone's going to tweet badly or say something bad. Every single person. I mean, you're not going to get someone that's squeaky clean. Well, it's just ridiculous. But anyway, this is what the tweet was a year ago.
I can't believe all the commercials for 5G. Great for cancer, harming birds, bees, and more viruses like corona. Dial it back. Keep it simple. Be a mindful consumer the cancer schmancer way. Make what you buy your vote and what you don't buy your protest. We can do this. God is speaking. Let's listen.
So Cancer Schmancer is her organization, her cancer organization, because she had cancer. And first of all, how awesome is that she has this organization that probably does, I don't actually know.
Oh, no, that's great stuff.
It promotes research.
Great stuff.
And I think, that is tremendous.
We're not going at her for this.
And I can imagine that probably being a cancer patient, that she probably looked
into survivor.
She probably looked into many different, what causes cancer? And maybe 5G came up in certain articles and she questioned it. So I don't know if that's what she believes today. We couldn't even find anything.
Well, the controversy is, over the Twitter fighting with people going, is she or is she not anti-vax? And that's a big thing. Now, as long as she does right by the actors, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. She needs to do right by the actors, which is why she was put in this position. And that's what needs to happen. Now, because we already had a couple instances on sets where people who are
let's talk about Miles Teller.
Miles Teller, mediocre ass.
So this just came in. So Miles Teller, he was the guy that was in Whiplash opposite, what's his name?
J.K. Rowling.
Simmons?
J.K. Simmons. Who's J.K. Rowling? We don't like her.
No, Rowling.
J.K. Simmons. By the way, we should have found a picture of him all jacked up. That motherfucker is fine as hell. He's always been fine.
Well, he always wears the black t-shirt and he's like,
oh, Jesus, hallelujah. Come on, Pam.
I didn't realize all those years when I was watching The Closer. Like in that show, he's wearing the police uniform and whatever. But God, he is a fine man. So he was the star of Whiplash, and they're doing a new TV show called The Offer, which is about the making of the movie The Godfather. And so he is playing. Want to know who he's playing, Michael? I don't think you knew this. Albert S. Ruddy, who was a 2-time Oscar winner. He won for The Godfather and also for Hilary Swank fighting movie, Clint Eastwood, Baby
$1 Million
Million Baby. And so he went, so this, well, I know, but I couldn't think of it. But you're here to help me, not to comment on the fact I forgot something. Support much? So he's playing that guy, and well, none of that. Well, so it has been reported, we don't really know why.
Allegedly.
There's a lot of this. Well, I don't know. That he is hasn't been vaccinated and hasn't been tested.
And refused to be tested, but they came down with COVID.
But then Paramount Plus, which is doing the series, is saying that they're following all safety protocols. So what my problem is with this whole article is, what's the reality? Because I would imagine someone like Paramount Plus would be doing all that. You've been on set. We've been on set. There's that person that's there who's like, you know, doing the temperature, doing all the stuff. That one time you had to get tested how many times just to do
Child,
stuff? I'm telling you.
I got tested 7 times in 3 weeks.
So I have a hard time believing that someone working on set's not getting protocol. But this goes back to Fran Drescher. What's she gonna do?
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Because
we want to go back to work and we want it to be safe.
Yeah. So that's a weird. The Miles tells us a bit of a weird.
We just want to know.
But we're putting it out there. Curious minds. We have more information we would like to know.
If you have more, just drop it up. What'd you just drop, baby?
Well, this is the big one. This is our big one. We got to do it, and I'm not liking the fact we have to do it. The biggest news of the week, and we all know it.
Texas.
It's just that breath. Just take that
Texas.
breath. So what Abbott signed this into law way
Texas.
back when, but said that the abortion, the kind of anti-abortion law was going to go into effect, and it has. And so if you are more than 6 weeks pregnant with the baby, you in the state of Texas are not allowed, or you could be arrested. You could be fined for getting an abortion. You could be fined for aiding someone to get an abortion. You could be fined for driving someone to an abortion clinic. You could be fined for helping to pay that person's abortion fee. You could be fined for being the person doing the abortion. You could be fined for the person, the nurse in the waiting room who helps the person. You could be fined for any aspect of that. And the way that they're getting around Roe v. Wade is that they are calling upon basically whistleblowers within the state. If you know of someone, your neighbor, your whatever, that is going through this, is providing money, is driving someone to, you can report them. If that goes to court and that person is found guilty, the person who's the whistleblower could get up to $10,000. I don't understand how people aren't seeing how that's the biggest recipe for disaster in the entire world. Because wouldn't you, I hate my neighbor, I'm going to call and say they're getting an abortion. Well, I mean, I can see people misusing this system all over the place. Then, did you know what happened then, Michael Shepard?
What happened then? Tell me.
Well, it went to the Supreme Court, our Supreme Court, the big Supreme Court in D.C. And in a vote that is 5-4, they upheld this abortion ban. It's just despicable. And they said because it was frameworked the way they did with these whistleblowers, they felt they couldn't touch it, or they felt that it was set up in such a way. I think it basically gave a lot of these anti-abortion Supreme Court justices just the thing they needed to let that thing slide.
Lizzie Ross says, not fined, sued.
Sued, thank you.
Because the lawyer's costs would come out of that as well. You'd have to have the lawyer's costs.
Anyway, I know that I missay things all over the place, so if you want to correct, please do. I will not feel, but it is one of the most despicable pieces of news items that we've gone through in quite some time.
The whistleblower site is called, for the people to do this, is called prolifewhistleblower.com. So what happened today with this prolifewhistleblower.com is that it was inundated with everyone, most of them calling Greg Abbott, saying that he had an abortion. And
I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that part.
There was memes that were put up with Shrek and Shrek having an abortion. All this stuff was happening. And what happened is that it got pulled down because it was inundated. It had to shut down. It had to shut down. And GoDaddy, who was hosting the site, which lets you know who GoDaddy is for those of you who are hosting stuff on GoDaddy.com, who are hosting websites on GoDaddy. But they have now since said that y'all got 24 hours. We're pulling this shit. We pulling it. We can't handle this.
So
it's bullshit.
And they also said you have to go find another site to put this.
Find another server. We ain't doing it.
We're not doing it.
But GoDaddy did it.
So I do.
First.
Oh, you keep coming back to this, then I have to backtrack. So I do want to post. Are you reading Sonia Sotomayor?
We can.
We're going to.
Go ahead.
Why'd you do that with this face?
What?
You like Sonia Sotomayor. My mother has had lunch with Sonia Sotomayor. She used her fax. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Fax?
she used her fax machine.
Anyway, this is what she wrote.
Facts.
The dissent. This is a part of her dissent.
I think it's very important here. Presented with an application to enjoin a flagrantly unconstitutional law engineered to prohibit women from exercising their constitutional rights and evade judicial scrutiny, a majority of justices have opted to bury their heads in the sand. The Texas law is a breathtaking act of defiance of the Constitution, of this court's precedents, and of the rights of women seeking abortion throughout Texas. Come on, y'all.
I mean,
It's
she really was scathing in that. I'm grateful that she was. It makes me feel a little less insane.
You're in Texas, where there's open carry. I read this beautiful story about this young woman who is now 29 and is living her best life because she got raped at 16, found out she was pregnant, and was able to have an abortion. And said it was the hardest decision of her life. But she would not be where she is with her 2 children right now, who she loves and is able to care for.
If she wasn't able to.
If she wasn't able to make the decision, that incredibly hard decision for her life,
and
for
also
her
if
joy.
she wasn't allowed her constitutional right to do that. You know, the constitutional rights being ripped away from people in Texas. And the other problem is, other states are already right there. Wait, what did Texas say? I'm going to write it the same way. I mean, it's all being, we're going to have many of these cases.
Now I want to talk about irony. Can you show me a picture? There's a picture I want you to show. I want to talk about irony. This is a picture of a young lady carrying a "My Body, My Choice" sign. My body, my choice. Oh, the irony. So, folks don't want to wear a mask or proclaiming "my body, my choice."
But they can't use "my body, my choice" if they want to get an abortion. Thank you, Texas.
Can someone explain that to me?
So we have this is breaking news today.
Oh, what is the breaking news? Break.
No, don't move that.
Okay, I'm not moving anything.
Don't, because I got to do something.
He's got to do something.
So a judge in Texas has basically given a minor win against this law to Planned Parenthood. This is Judge Maya Guerrera Gamble, and she halted Texas Right to Life and its associates from suing abortion providers and workers at Planned Parenthood clinics. And these are some of her words.
The court finds that SB 8 creates a probable, irreparable, and imminent injury in the interim for which plaintiffs and their physicians, staff, and patients throughout Texas have no adequate remedy at law if plaintiffs, their physicians, and staff are subjected to private enforcement lawsuits against them under SB 8.
So for right
State
now,
Bill 8.
and the thing is, everything seems to be right now. It doesn't seem to be permanent, but right now, Planned Parenthood can keep doing their work, which I'm grateful for that.
And the thing, when
I know, I feel you.
When did Planned Parenthood just become an abortion clinic? I have friends who have relied on Planned Parenthood for everything.
Yeah.
Everything. From mammograms to, blood tests to, finding out.
Well, it's family planning.
It's
I mean,
family
it's
planning.
Yeah.
It's
not just abortions, but also they do provide abortions and they help women in that way too. So.
I'm doing that old black man rocking in his chair. I don't understand it. I don't understand. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Okay, let's talk about something. I don't know.
Yeah, but I know. But the thing is, this is our stretch of the show where it's like one annoying person following another annoying person.
It is the annoying person stretch.
It's the annoying person stretch.
Oh, this is.
Oh, okay. Man, here we go.
If we're going to talk about annoying persons.
Yeah. Do you see who?
All right, go. Do it.
Joe Rogan. I'm burping.
Oh, wait. I talked about
Podcaster extraordinaire Joe Rogan. He got COVID.
The picture of toxic masculinity.
Oh my God, he got COVID.
He got the COVID. Y'all.
This is what he said.
So I got up in the morning, got tested, and turns out I got COVID. So we immediately threw the kitchen sink at it. All kinds of meds, monoclonal antibodies, ivermectin, Z-Pak, prednisone, everything. And I also got an NAD drip and a vitamin drip, and I did that 3 days in a row.
Pepperoni, mozzarella, a little bit of mousse. I mean, what the hell? Get a vaccine.
Oh, he got the vaccine. You cannot tell me that he don't have the vaccine.
Well, we don't know if he got the vaccine, but he won't cop to the vaccine. He very well could have gotten the vaccine, but because of his brand, because of his, would you say, toxic masculinity brand, he can't cop to the fact that he got the vaccine, if he indeed did. I don't know if he did or not. He doesn't say he hasn't, to my knowledge. But instead, he gives you a list of things that are not FDA approved, that include a horse dewormer.
I've been trying to get some of this horse dewormer. Does anybody got any?
Yes, actually, someone does.
Who's got some of this horse? Bethany, you got the horse dewormer? You got that good? So, our line producer Bethany works at a horse ranch,
and she has the horse dewormer.
Now, she's fucking around. She
if you read her hashtags.
Oh my God, not really, unless the price is right. Better than the shot, I guess. Weep. So, y'all, who are these people?
I don't know. It goes on. There's just more. It doesn't end. This is the other thing. Here's a fact. I know you know because we've talked about this, but very possibly you don't know.
I'm so tired.
But no, here's the fact. I think it's actually very important. So over the past, this is 1 month. 1 month. Over the past month, 5 radio talk hosts who are COVID, or were, because they're dead, who are COVID deniers, anti-vaxxers, and anti-maskers died of COVID in the last month. People
like they was
talking on the radio,
they was talking mad
trash,
shit.
saying, "Oh, it doesn't exist."
These motherfuckers out here taking this vaccine.
And this came in the news because Mark
Bernier,
is that how you say Bernier? Bernier sounds like Bernier, but Mark Bernier, he was known as Mr. Anti-Vax, and he died this weekend on his deathbed. And he's like, maybe there is COVID. Maybe I would die, and he's dead. What more does it take? And not just for them, but for everyone following them. I mean, how do you follow someone that does that talk and then go, oh, he died of COVID? Well, I'm still not getting the vaccine. How do you get that leap? I don't get it.
My cousin Jessica, who lives in Texas, just wrote shipments of horse dewormer were raided at the Texas border today.
At the Texas border?
At the Texas border. That's crazy shit. That's some crazy shit. But you know why this is happening? Play that one video of that motherfucker. What did he say today?
Oh, we're talking about what's his name?
Play. This is what he said this week. Play him, Louis Gohmert. Play his ass. Find him. Put it up. This is what.
No. We got to back up. We got to do Candace first.
Okay. You know, Miss Raketa Raccoon, Candace Owens.
Well, we got to show her. So this is last month, right? This is what she said.
I still have not received the COVID-19 vaccine, Coon, and have not demanded that any of my employees get it either, Coon. I am proud that I committed myself to standing firm against the bribery, Coon, media propagation, Coon, coercion, Coon, celebrity peer pressure, Coon, campaign plus censorship, Coon. I made a personal decision for me and my Coon family.
Somehow coercion, Coon, seemed to be the most on the nose for me. I don't like saying that word, and I just did.
All right. So anyway,
so Candace Owen, guess what happened?
The same woman who said that racism doesn't exist. I want to make that a point.
Yeah.
She said racism doesn't exist.
So Candace Owen on Friday was supposed to be at a speech. What was it called? It was the Texas Youth Summit. And Friday night, she's supposed to go to the Texas Youth Summit. She's supposed to make a speech. Candace Owens is supposed to do this.
Texas has a whorehouse in it. And Lord have mercy on my soul.
Gets sick.
And has to cancel.
And she doesn't tell anyone what the sickness is. And then she comes out, it's not COVID, all over the place because she doesn't want people to believe.
And when people are saying it's COVID, then she tweets this. She's silent on the interwebs for a couple of days. Then she tweets, I'm with my family in Aspen.
And so she
I
tries.
have shoddy reception. I can't post.
And so
then she posted that.
Then this woman who doesn't really believe in getting a shot, who has said she'll never get a shot, kind of sounds like she doesn't believe in COVID. She goes to all these events, maskless, with all these maskless people, and she goes, I need to go and get a COVID shot. I need a COVID vaccine. I mean a COVID test.
COVID test.
I gotta get a COVID test.
I'm like, why you gotta get a COVID test, bitch? You don't believe in it. Why you gotta get a COVID test?
Well, what she said, she flies all the time, and she has to prove on her flight that she got a COVID test. It isn't. I don't know if that's because of the bleep, but she is trying to get a COVID test in Aspen. And there's like this one provider in Aspen. It's at the Aspen, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. What is it called?
COVID provider is
Aspen Laboratories. And this woman, Susanna Lee, is like a co-founder. And so here's Candace Owens, sets her appointment up online. And Miss Susanna Lee, co-founder of the Aspen Laboratories, goes, I wonder if it's that Candace Owens. And she ends up canceling the appointment, writing this letter.
Steak ass. Dear Steakhouse.
Dear Steakhouse.
I just learned of this testing request as the owner of this business. I'm going to refuse this booking and deny service. We cannot support anyone who has proactively worked to make this pandemic worse by spreading misinformation, politicizing, and discouraging the wearing of masks, and actively dissuading people from receiving life-saving vaccinations. Heifer. The only other local testing option is the free kiosk by City Hall.
The kiosk.
They mail their tests to Texas and have inconsistent result times. Do not take appointments, so it's walk-in only midday weekdays in their back alley.
Love ya.
Honey, that is the shadiest
Susanna Lee.
That is so shady. She said, why don't you walk your ass down to the kiosk, which is only open in the mid-afternoon,
behind
and
the
let
alley.
them send it to Texas. Oh, it's behind the alley. I said, that shade was so beautiful, girl. That shade was beautiful.
Susanna Lee is the opposite of douche of the week. Just saying.
I just love it. All right, so
this brings us to douche of the week, by the way. Sing it. Douche of the week.
Douche of the week. But no, you didn't play, what's his face?
What am I doing?
Louis Gohmert.
Oh, damn, now we're Louis Gohmert. Oh, he's right. I missed something. So at this Texas Youth something that Candace Owens was supposed to speak at, Louis Gohmert, I don't know if he took over or he was planned to speak as well. We got a couple things of his, or 3 clips, and we're going to break this down. We're going to listen to the first part of the first clip. Listen.
I am so thrilled that Donald Trump was president when we needed vaccine. And he got the government out of the way enough so they could develop some vaccine very quickly. The trouble is, these vaccines were only approved for emergency use. Now you have Pfizer that's been approved, but there's so much long-term they don't know.
So just a reminder, this was spoken on Friday.
No, today's Friday.
This wasn't like a week ago, Friday. Yeah. This wasn't like months ago. This is, this backwater energy about COVID and the misinformation about the COVID vaccine was just spoken 1 week ago today. And the thing that gets me about this is he had a little bit of gymnastics thing that happened in the middle of that. Don't know if you noticed. And I had to do a cut because it was getting a bit long. But he had to build up Trump. Then the part I cut was he bashed Biden. And then he goes, now we have the vaccine, but we don't know if it's any good. And I go, how do you build up Trump with the very okay, this is clip 2.
And now that the pandemic is under more control, we need to get back to our freedom of saying, look, here's my pre-existing conditions. Let's talk about which one I should take, if I should even take one. And let me tell you, the more that we find out, I don't know if y'all saw, but a month after.
So did you catch it? Did you catch it?
He had to catch himself.
He had to stop himself because if he continued the thought, the more that we find out, the more we know that the COVID vaccine is working awesomely.
But I'm going to stop this shit right now.
But I can't say that. I can't say that.
Can't say it.
So now we're going to.
I want to point out, Y'all are watching that to 68 that percentage off on Mike Lindell's My Pillow that's rolled underneath that shit.
What's it called? A key
Mike Lindell, who had to sell his private jet today.
Oh, did he really?
For $2.5 million because that, you know.
Well, he's being sued all over the place.
$1.3 billion is coming up. Okay, play the other third.
So I'm back.
Last one.
So what I'm doing is I'm backing this up a bit. Where he's like, so we'll see. You'll see how he then rounds out the thought.
And let me tell you, the more that we find out, I don't know if y'all saw, but a month after President Trump left office, the American Journal of Medicine came out with a great article that they had discovered a regimen of medication that, when taken together early in COVID, that you may have heard of it: hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, a Z-Pack, azithromycin, zinc.
Hydrochloroquine. Oh yes, that's hydrochloroquine.
So y'all,
zinc.
We back.
Yes, we're back. This was Friday.
We're
1 week ago today. This was said, and I have to bring something up, Michael. I think it's an important one. So the American Journal of Medicine, they did post this study. They posted the study, and they have since claimed, and I don't know if they believe this in the moment, but they've since claimed we post many opposing studies. They are the Journal of Medicine. That's what they do. They don't believe in the study. Also, this was posted, this was put in their magazine over a year ago. And it has since been debunked well over a year ago, and he's still bringing it up like it's fresh, brand new.
Well, they debunked themselves.
They debunked themselves all over. Trump is awesome. He did the vaccine. Hydrochloroquine.
No, I'm talking about the study was
vaccine.
debunked by the people who did the original study said, "Oh, that's not true anymore."
But he's still bringing it up. So how are we going to get well as a country if we get to have these people speaking who constantly are saying an untruth?
All these people need to walk their ass to the kiosk.
Okay, I'm giving a banner. It has to happen. We got to.
So who is our douche of the week, y'all?
Okay. Is it A, Louis Gohmert, B, Joe Rogan, or C, perennial dream nuggets, Candace Owens?
Who's our douche of the week?
Who do we think? Who deserves the title for this week? Douche of the week.
Candace Owens. Let's just say it's Candace Owens.
Well, they can fill in.
Because that's
They should fill in their comments. Type in the comments. Oh, we got C, Candace Owens. We got one Candace Owens. Walk your ass. Look what Tanya said. Walk your ass back to the kiosk.
Walk your ass to the kiosk.
Behind the alley. Lizzie says it's all three, which I don't think they're wrong.
It's all three. Just why not? You know what we got to do?
We got fun things.
No, we got to do something first.
Sure.
So we got to do this. We're doing this late in the show, but we have to do our fair use warning.
How did we forget that? It's on my list.
I don't know. Fair use is like excerpts of copyrighted material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching, and research without the need for permission from or payment to the copyright holder. We said it. It's out there. We did this. All right. Let's end this on something fun.
All right. In May, Ford, the car company, they put out they have a new kind of a, what is it, a 4-door flatbed truck called the Raptor.
Hey, Mikey.
Hi, Mikey. I don't know who Mikey is. I know Mikey.
Cousin Loris.
Mikey. But it's called the Raptor. They have an ad that was focused on their European division, which is kind of funny because the ad is all about the Old West. But it's called the Good, the Bad, and the Bad Arse, because they're English and they don't say ass, they say arse. Anyway, here's the beginning of that clip, if I can find it. It's very Mad Max, isn't it? Like, it's very like, you expect Charlize Theron coming out and something. But
I want to see Charlize Theron come out.
So first of all, this is like a 3-minute commercial. Check it out if you want. But my favorite part is the screeching of the hawk in the middle of that. Yeah, that's so someone in Germany said, well, that blue color is kind of, it's very
great
gay.
Commercial, but the blue color is kind of gay.
Very gay.
Now, I don't understand how blue is gay since it's been anyway, I don't know. But blue is obvious. Blue's a gay color.
The blue is very gay. Why
very
couldn't
gay.
he goes, why couldn't it be camo? The blue is very gay. And Ford could have ignored it. They could have commented on it, sounding very homophobic themselves. They could have, I don't know, anything. But instead what they did is
What's this?
They did this. So they started as just that. It's just an image. They didn't actually do it, but it got so much press and so much play. They actually ended up creating, and they're calling it the very gay Ford Raptor. And it was presented at Cologne Pride. So if you want to, you can. I don't have.
And with it being a Raptor, I will say, clever girl.
And just to give.
Y'all who don't know.
Oh yeah, well that's Jurassic Park. We don't know. I don't think it's that hidden.
Clever
But
girl.
just to give Ford a little more props, also in 1998 they wrapped their Ford. Is it pronounced K-A,
Cock.
But the Ford car was also wrapped in rainbows, and so both cars, the Raptor and the Ka, were at Cologne Pride, and so we give to Ford for being
Ford European. We don't know what Ford Europe.
We
We're that Ford F-150, which is the status symbol for racists in America.
That was true. So
All
how
right,
do we balance that one out?
Buy a car in Europe.
Ooh.
All right, we're going. We've been up here an hour. We've been talking. What'd you just do? You're touching stuff. Hit the comment button so I can say goodbye to people. All right. Thank you all so much joining us. Bethany and Tanya White, y'all need to get together. We just see that combination.
Oh my gosh,
happening.
that would be an awesome
Amazing.
combination.
We will see you all next Friday. Because guess what? Mother got 7 auditions this week, 3 in person.
Oh, it'll be a week, definitely.
It's going to be a week. So Mama's got to get these auditions out and done. So, yes. Mwah! Pam Grier says,
Boozing with gays.
It's a good favorite part.
It's definitely one. Why not?